Yo, what's up everybody? It's your name and let's talk travel, adventure, that feeling of stepping off the plane and into the unknown. You know that feeling, right? The rush, the excitement, the holy crap, where am I? That's what I live for. But it wasn't always easy. I used to overthink, overplan, let fear hold me back. But through the years, I've learned a few things, had some serious mindset shifts that totally changed my travel game. And today, I'm breaking it all down for you. Alright, first up, let's talk about uncertainty. It's that feeling that creeps up on us when we step out of our comfort zones, the unknown that makes our hearts race and our minds whirl. But here's the thing, uncertainty isn't just a hurdle, it's an invitation to experience life in its rawest form, that big scary monster that keeps us glued to our comfort zones. It's the fear of the unknown that often holds us back, making us second-guess our decisions and stick to the familiar. But what if we embraced it instead? We spend so much time trying to control everything, planning every last detail, but here's the thing, the best travel moments, the ones you'll remember forever, they usually happen when you least expect it. It's those unplanned detours, the spontaneous adventures that leave the most lasting impressions. Remember that time I ended up on a random fishing boat in Thailand? It was one of those moments where everything seemed to go wrong, but in the end, it turned out to be one of the most memorable experiences of my life. Yeah, it wasn't part of the plan. My flight got canceled, I was stranded, freaking out a little. I had no idea what to do next, and for a moment, I felt completely lost. But then, something amazing happened. But then I saw this dude, looked like a character straight out of a movie, missing a tooth, wearing this beat-up straw hat. He had this aura of calm and confidence, like he knew exactly what he was doing, even if I didn't. He's like, "Hey, you need a boat?" At first, I was hesitant. I mean, who just hops on a stranger's boat in a foreign country? But something about his demeanor made me trust him. Next thing I know, I'm out on the water, catching fish with my bare hands, sharing stories with this guy who spoke about 3 words of English. It was surreal, like stepping into another world where the usual rules didn't apply. That experience, that right there, that's what travel is all about. It's about those unexpected connections, the moments that can't be planned or predicted. It's about living in the moment and embracing whatever comes your way. It's about saying yes to the unknown, even when it scares the crap out of you. Because it's in those moments of uncertainty that we truly come alive, that we find out what we're made of. Because on the other side of that fear, that's where the magic happens. It's where we find the beauty in the chaos, the joy in the unexpected. It's where we discover new perspectives and new parts of ourselves. That's where you discover something new about the world, about yourself. You learn to adapt, to be resourceful, to find joy in the simplest of things. You realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. You push your boundaries, you grow, you evolve. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, it shapes you into a stronger, more resilient person. And that's something you carry with you long after the journey is over. It's terrifying and exhilarating all at the same time. It's that rush of adrenaline, that feeling of being completely alive. It's the highs and the lows, the moments of doubt and the moments of triumph. And that's the feeling we're chasing, right? That sense of adventure, of stepping into the unknown and coming out the other side with stories to tell and memories to cherish. So let's embrace the uncertainty, because that's where the real magic happens. Now let's talk about stuff. Stuff that we often think defines us, but in reality, it doesn't. We live in a world obsessed with possessions, where the newest gadgets and the latest fashion trends seem to dictate our happiness and self-worth. We are constantly bombarded with advertisements telling us that we need the latest phone, the trendiest clothes, and the most advanced tech to be happy. But you know what? None of that stuff really matters. It's just stuff. It's fleeting. The excitement of a new purchase fades quickly, and soon we're left wanting more, chasing the next big thing. It's a never-ending cycle that leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. Think about it. How many times have you bought something, only to lose interest in it after a few weeks or months? Those gadgets, those clothes, they end up in a pile, forgotten and discarded. But experiences, on the other hand, those stay with you forever. Experiences shape who we are. They create lasting memories and connections that enrich our lives in ways that material possessions never can. I used to be caught up in the whole consumerism thing. Thought I needed the fancy watch, the designer clothes. I believed that having these things would make me happy, that they would somehow define my success and worth. But then I started traveling, really experiencing different cultures, and I realized how little I actually needed. I remember this one trip to South America. I was trekking through the Andes, sleeping under the stars, and I had this epiphany. I was surrounded by breathtaking beauty, by people who had nothing but welcomed me with open arms. These people, they didn't have the latest gadgets or the trendiest clothes, but they were happy. They had something far more valuable, a sense of community, a connection to the land, and a deep appreciation for the simple things in life. I realized that true wealth isn't about how much stuff you can accumulate. It's about the memories you create, the connections you make. It's about the experiences that shape you and stay with you forever. So next time you're tempted to buy that new phone or that expensive pair of shoes, ask yourself, will this bring me lasting happiness? Or would I rather invest in an experience, a journey that will stay with me forever? Imagine the stories you'll have to tell, the memories you'll cherish, and the personal growth you'll experience. These are the things that truly enrich our lives. When you prioritize experiences over possessions, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You learn to appreciate the beauty around you, to connect with people on a deeper level, and to find joy in the simple things. You realize that happiness isn't something you can buy. It's something you create through meaningful experiences and connections. So, the next time you're faced with a choice between buying something new and investing in an experience, remember this. Possessions may bring temporary satisfaction, but experiences bring lasting joy and fulfillment. Choose to create memories, to build connections, and to live a life rich with experiences. Because in the end, it's not the stuff we have that defines us, but the moments we live and the people we share them with. So, next time you're tempted to buy that new phone or that expensive pair of shoes, ask yourself, will this bring me lasting happiness? Or would I rather invest in an experience, a journey that will stay with me forever? Ask yourself, will this bring me lasting happiness? Or would I rather invest in an experience, a journey that will stay with me forever? Or would I rather invest in an experience, a journey that will stay with me forever, a journey that will stay with me forever? Chapter 3. Finding the Awesome Practicing Gratitude. This brings me to my final point, gratitude. This one's huge. Gratitude is like a magic lens that transforms how we see the world. It's not just about saying thank you or feeling good when things go our way. It's about finding the silver lining in every situation, no matter how challenging it might be. It's so easy to get caught up in the little things, the inconveniences, the delays. We often let these minor setbacks ruin our day, our mood, and even our entire trip. But what if we could flip the script? What if we could see these moments as opportunities rather than obstacles? But when you shift your perspective, when you start focusing on the good, everything changes. Imagine being stuck in traffic, and instead of fuming, you notice the beautiful sunset, or waiting in a long line and striking up a conversation with a fellow traveler. These small shifts can make a world of difference. I remember this one time I was stuck in this tiny airport in rural India. It was one of those days where everything seemed to go wrong. The flight was delayed, and there was no Wi-Fi, nothing to do. I felt completely cut off from the world. Flight was delayed, no Wi-Fi, nothing to do. I was surrounded by people who were equally frustrated, and the atmosphere was tense. It felt like time had come to a standstill. I was ready to lose it. My patience was wearing thin, and I could feel the stress building up. I kept checking my watch, hoping for some miracle that would get me out of there sooner. But then, I saw this little girl, maybe 5 years old, dancing to the music playing faintly from someone's phone. She was twirling around, completely lost in her own world, oblivious to the frustration around her. She was so full of joy, so carefree. Her laughter was infectious, and soon a few other people started smiling too. It was like a ripple effect of happiness spreading through the crowd. And it hit me. I was so focused on my own discomfort that I was missing the beauty all around me. This little girl reminded me that joy can be found in the simplest of moments, even in the most unexpected places. From that moment on, I made a conscious effort to practice gratitude, to appreciate the little things. I started keeping a journal where I would jot down things I was thankful for each day. It could be anything from a delicious meal to a kind gesture from a stranger, the taste of authentic street food, the burst of flavors that tell a story of the place you're in. Each bite became a reminder of the rich culture and history I was experiencing. The sound of a foreign language, the melody of words I didn't understand but found beautiful nonetheless. It was like music to my ears, a constant reminder of the diversity and richness of human experience. the warmth of the sun on my skin, a simple pleasure that I had often taken for granted. It was a gentle reminder of the natural beauty that surrounds us every day. And you know what? It changed everything. My entire outlook on travel, and life in general, shifted. I found myself smiling more, even on the toughest days. Suddenly, even the most challenging travel days were filled with moments of joy and wonder. Practicing gratitude turned every experience into an opportunity to find something beautiful, something worth cherishing. And that, my friends, is the true essence of finding the awesome. So there you have it. 3 mindset shifts that can transform your travel adventures and your life. Embrace uncertainty, prioritize experiences, practice gratitude. Trust me, these simple shifts can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and lets me know you want to see more content like this. And hey, if you've got any travel tips or stories of your own, drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, keep living life to the fullest. Peace out. Oh, and a quick shout out to YouTube Studio for the awesome music. You guys rock.